Thank you for tuning in to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast, a no judgment zone podcast that covers lifestyle, entertainment, news, and sports. Even though KC doesn't watch sports, but these are minor details. By the way, he reads tarot cards too. Yes, I really mean it. He reads tarot cards too. And now, the host you've tuned in for, KC Phoenix.
Welcome back to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast. I, of course, am your host, KC Phoenix. I'm doing the full moon in Virgo tarot reading for the collective, meaning that it's not for a specific sign. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Now, for this reading, I'm going to do my Infinity Cross. It will be a little bit longer than the other readings, so probably 30 to 45 minutes, give or take, is what it should be. When I was doing the pre-shuffle energy, one thing that I was picking up was fight or flight, is the energy I was picking up, where during this full moon, some of you will... you're going to have to face your fears, is what will happen. Because what you are seeking is behind your fears. So you will have to go through it. So it will have to be a thing of fight or flight. Are you going to rise to the occasion, or will you let your fears get the best of you? Based off of the pre-shuffle energy, it seems that you will rise to the occasion. It seems that you will have a victory, and that you will accomplish some of the things that you want to do. For others of you, and possibly the group that I was just talking about, for what you're dealing with, one of your worries is that you will have collateral damage. And you want to attain a certain goal, but you're afraid of the collateral damage that may happen based off of you pursuing the goal the way that you want to do it. For example, let's say that you don't want to be, I'm just making up a profession, a doctor. Let's say that you want to be a teacher, but your family wants you to be a doctor. You're already in medical school to be a doctor and everything, but you want to be a teacher. You make the decision to say, you know what, I really want to be a teacher. Yes, I'm in medical school. Yes, I've been doing this. I've invested in it, but my heart is not in it. I'm not passionate about it. So I'm pursuing my goal of becoming a teacher. Or let's say you were pursuing a goal of becoming a teacher, but you decide, you know what, I don't really want to teach. I want to be a singer, or I want to be a writer, or I want to be a dancer, or something like that. But you have friends or you have family around you where they're saying, no, you should do something that's more stable. You should do something where there is job security. There's collateral damage there because there will be fallout for you pursuing what you are passionate about. So that's what I'm talking about when I say that. Where some of you, where one of your fears, one of the things that you're facing is, I don't want to call it backlash, but let's say opposition. Where you're worried about the opposition from other parties. And that's why you haven't went full throttle into what you're truly passionate about. But now you're about to be called to the carpet during this full moon, which is March 17th, around this period with this energy. And the opportunities and the mirror will be put there for you. And that moment is to ask you, what do you want? What is it that you desire? Who are you as an individual? What are you passionate about? And then once you make that decision, what you want, who you are, what you're passionate about, you have to act on it. Again, law of attraction, last 6 letters in attraction is action. Are you willing to take action no matter what people say, no matter what people think, no matter what people do? Are you willing to do what you are passionate about? Are you willing to face your fears and go after what you believe will make you happy? So that's the pre-shuffle energy. Let me go ahead and get into this right quick so we can make it snappy. All right, I'm using 2 oracle decks and I'm using 2 tarot decks. May I have the energy for the collective for the full moon in Virgo for March 17th? May I have the energy for the collective for the full moon in Virgo for March 17th? Temple of Black Obsidian, the Dark Healing Chamber. This came out twice. Again, about the Dark Healing Chamber, this is what I was talking about earlier. And what I'm saying is this came out twice. The Dark Mysteries came out as well, which is going back to the Chamber of the Dark Goddess, Dark Healing Chamber. This is what they call shadow work. It's about facing your fears. And also it's about accepting who you are. Accepting that you are good enough. Some of you, because this is on my spirit, so I got to say it. Some of you feel like you aren't good enough. And you need to work through that. You need to work through the fear of believing in yourself. You need to learn to believe in yourself. Is one of the things that you're going to have to work through during this full moon. So, trying to see if I'm getting anything else. Thank you. May I have another card, please? You can't let what people say determine your destiny. They can't determine, no one can determine your destiny at all. You're the writer of your destiny. If someone says you can't dance, so what? If someone says you can't sing, so what? Do you know how many people are in the music business that quote unquote can't sing? So don't even go there. You know, and also, one thing, and I'm looking how to articulate this correctly. You know how they say one man's junk is another man's treasure? That's how it is when it comes to art. I'm speaking to you artists out there. Where some people will see a Picasso and they're like, what the hell is that? And then other people will see a Picasso and they'll be like, my goodness, this man was a genius. It's that type of thing where you have something that you may want to pursue, but you let what someone else say, their opinion of you or of your product, stop you from doing what you really want. But for all you know, there's a million other people out there where you're exactly what they want. You're exactly the type of artist they want. You're exactly the type of singer they want. You're exactly the type of dancer that they want. And so on and so forth. You're the controller of your destiny. May I have another card, please? Whoa. Okay, not that many. I guess this one. It's in my... Wow. You cannot make this up. Okay, thank you. I get it. Divine destiny. Path of the divine warrior. Something told me to take that card instead of putting it back in, and I'm glad because I didn't even see what it was. Okay, I see you. All right, let me go ahead and get some more oracle cards. I'm using my other deck right quick. Actually, let me flip these over. All right, for divine. Wow! All three of these cards have the word divine in it. This one has divine destiny. And it says path of the divine warrior. And then the card in the middle at the heart of the matter, Cartouche, or Cartouche. It says divine names of power. And then the third card, divine guardian, protection of the winged mother. All three of these cards have divine in them. I was thinking about titling this Fight or Flight, but now I'm tempted to title it Divine Destiny. Let me get my other oracle deck. May I have the energy for the collective, for the full moon in Virgo for March 17th. May I have the energy for the collective, for the full moon in Virgo for March 17th. May I have the energy for the collective, for the full moon in Virgo for March 17th. What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? When I split the deck, the owl is showing. It says there are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition. So, and that's what it is. You're going through a transition right now, is what's happening. May I have some cards, please? Thank you. May I have one more card, please? Okay. Something's telling me to take both these cards. I'm going to take both of these. I'm going to count them as one. All right. So, one card that came out is Thorns. Weathering the challenges ahead will bring in a new and positive future. This is what I was talking about earlier, where you have to go through your fears, go through the challenges. And you see how the sun is in the background. Well, for those who are watching, for those who are listening, there's thorns and then there's sun in the background. How the sun is in the background. You have to go through the thorns. You have to go through your fears. You have to go through the challenges. At the heart of the matter, angel. It says your angels are guiding and protecting you on your spiritual journey. And then these two cards came out together as well. Let me turn this. And at the bottom of the deck is the sun. See what I tell you. And also, wow, at the bottom of the deck on my other oracle deck, the first one I did, it says rising sun, the divine solar child reborn. Wow, this is crazy. Okay, and here you have the devil and then you have birth. Are some of you giving birth to the Antichrist? I'm kidding. All right, it says devil, take care immediately to avoid temptation and deceit. Take care immediately to avoid temptation and deceit. And then it says birth. It says universal energy brings you opportunity and possibility. So the message that I'm getting from this, and by the way, somebody's blasting their music, so you might hear that in the background. Discard that. All right. So for this, with the devil coming out next to birth, the energy that I'm picking up is don't let distractions keep you from giving birth to what you are meant to give birth to. Meaning, let's go back to the dancing, singing, or whatever. As an example, Don't let negative energy, whether it is toxic people or temptation, other things that may tempt you, distract you from your path, from your divine destiny, from giving birth to something. That's the energy that I'm picking up. The sun is at the bottom of the deck. Open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. So growth is happening. All right, let's go ahead and do the tarot cards. May I have the energy for the collective, for the full moon in Virgo for March 17th. May I have the energy for the collective, for the full moon in Virgo for March 17th. May I have the energy for the collective, for the full moon in Virgo for March 17th. What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? Six of Pentacles. When I split the deck, Six of Pentacles. Don't be surprised if someone comes along to help you on your journey, or don't be surprised if you are given an extra boost in resources, and that will allow you to help someone else. Also, something is telling me to tell you, do not forget to pay it forward. Don't forget to give back to others once those resources come in for those of you who will be receiving them. In other words, don't, and I'm hearing temptation, don't be tempted to hoard your windfall. So if any of you come into, because Six of Pentacles can be sudden wealth, sudden inheritance, money, sudden resources, don't be tempted to keep everything to yourself. Something's telling me to take this card. I want to look at it. Knight of Wands. So yeah, a lot of you are going to be very passionate. You're going to start pursuing your passion. What's at the bottom of the deck? The Chariot. Again, victory. You're moving towards what you want. Some of you could be dealing with Knight of Wands. You could be dealing with a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. With the Chariot, could be dealing with the Cancer. You could also be one of those signs too, but you don't have to be. All right, may I have some cards, please? Thank you. Again, we're having deceit here. Seven of Swords. Be mindful of who is around you, but also don't forget to have a strategy for things. That's the message I'm getting too. But with the Seven of Swords coming out here, Seven of Swords, which is about strategy, it's about being deception, being right next to the Devil card. Be careful who you let into your life. And also, it might be time to do an audit of who is already in your life too. You might want to do an audit, just saying. And that's air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So just be mindful of who is in your circle, who you let into your circle. Thank you. I'm taking both of those. And then the Sun in the middle. Judgment at the bottom. This is something where you have a destiny. And your destiny is bright. The sun is at the heart of the matter. This is also some healing coming in too. Some of you, if you've been dealing with something, even physical, and again, I'm not a doctor, so this isn't medical advice. I'm just a person reading the tarot cards and energy. You know your life a whole lot better than I ever could. The sun is at the heart of the matter too. You have happiness coming in. You have happiness waiting on you. With the angel card, your guides are attempting to usher you in to an era of happiness, into a new era. We know that it's a new era because judgment is on the outside of this. So there may be a situation where a second chance is being given to someone. Also, something told me to tell you, don't forget discernment, because the Seven of Swords is here on the outside too, with the Devil next to birth. You need to have discernment on who you give second chances to. You might be thinking about giving someone a second chance. They might be coming around. And you need to decide, are they part of your destiny or are they part of your past? Because right now, at the heart of the matter, the sun is here. Don't forget, on the oracle deck, at the bottom of the deck, the sun is here. Don't forget, on the other oracle deck, at the bottom of the deck, rising sun. This is a lot of happiness energy that is here for you. And your team, and by team, your guides, your spirit guides, those, your ancestors, your angels, whatever you want to address them as, your team from the spirit world, they want you to win. They want you to win. They want you to be happy. They want you to step into your greatness, is what they want for you. Pay attention to the clues. Something just said to me that something may be revealed to you, especially with the full moon. Secrets come out during the full moon, Mercury retrograde and full moons, and also new moons too, but definitely full moons. Secrets come out, and especially with the sun being at the heart of the matter, and the sun's right here and the sun's right here, there's going to be a light shine. Something's telling me, for some of you, with this Seven of Swords and this devil right there, something's going to come to light. This may already be someone who's around you, and they don't have your best interest at heart. What's at the bottom of the deck? Page of Pentacles. You have something coming in for you. Some of you, you may be discouraged right now. I'm telling you, it's going to balance out. Pages bring messages. In the Page of Pentacles, Pentacles deal with health, stability, resources, money, job, home, family, so on and so forth. It deals with the 3D. The Page of Pentacles is bringing something to you. Some of you, you may be at a point where you want to give up, or you're close to giving up. But this is saying don't give up, because a message is going to come in. Going back to when I split the deck, the Six of Pentacles showed up. That might be that Page of Pentacles that's coming in. And it's something's coming towards you, because under the Page of Pentacles is the Eight of Wands. So we have movement. So something is coming towards you. And in this particular deck, with the runic deck for tarot, there's a rainbow in the background, if you can see it. For those who are watching, you can see the rainbow in the background. And usually the rainbow is with the Ten of Cups. Something is coming in towards you to bring stability and happiness to you. You just have to stay the course. You have to keep going. Some of you may want to quit. Now is not the time to quit. Now is the time to push forward even harder. I believe the old saying is, if you find yourself in hell, keep going. And that's what I'm telling you. Just like this oracle card is saying, weathering the challenges ahead will bring in a new and positive future. Fight or flight. Your divine destiny. What are you going to do? And I'm going to pull 3 more tarot cards from my other deck. What is the energy for the collective for the full moon in Virgo, March 17th? What is the energy for the collective for the full moon in Virgo, March 17th? What is the energy for the collective for the full moon in Virgo, March 17th? What does the collective need to know? What does the collective need to know? When I split the deck, 9 of Swords, you need to stay out of your head. Do not get in your head. Don't let your fears get the best of you. This is air energy. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Some of you could be dealing with that sign, or you could be that sign, or you could have that, or those signs, or you could have those signs in your chart. Let me do a 3 split right quick. I want to do that. Something's telling me to take this one. 8 of Wands. This is another confirmation again. Something's coming towards you. You just need to hold on. Also, I feel for some of you, if you are looking for the answer to something where you feel like, okay, let me slow down. I need to articulate this correctly. Some of you may have a hunch that a secret is being kept from you. You're waiting for an answer. You're hoping for an answer. Just know the answer is coming, but the answer will not be revealed until the time is right. Because something in regards to that answer, it would not be to your advantage before the right time. Meaning that if you received information right now, it wouldn't be as helpful as it would be during a certain time in the future. It's all about divine timing, is what I'm hearing. Divine timing. So just know that is happening. It's coming in. The answer is going to come in. For those of you who feel like there's a secret being kept from you. For others of you, just know that there's movement happening. And I said that in my quick 3 tarot, I mentioned this because the 8 of Wands came out a lot during a lot of the readings. 8 of Wands, there's a lot of movement happening. And even if you don't see it happening in front of you, behind the scenes, it is happening lightning fast. Everything is being set up lightning fast. Behind the scenes. Stuff that you can't see. Going back to the moon. You can't always see things during when the moon is out because it's nighttime. You can't see it. But the sun will illuminate all things that need to be seen. Again, you have the sun 3 times here. You have it at the heart of the matter. You have it at the bottom of the deck on both oracle decks. All right, may I have some cards, please? Whoop! 2 of Swords came out in the reverse. I'm going to keep that as 1. Emperor came out in reverse. I just heard some of you might be leaving a situation where it's related to an authority figure. Some of you might be finding out the truth about an authority figure. Or maybe someone, a family member, a father, could be an Aries. Doesn't have to be. But some type of authority figure. The blindfold has come off. Some of you have made a decision because the 2 of Swords is reversed. Also, it could be a thing of they made a decision about you as well. But I feel like some of you might be quitting your job. I'm actually getting that energy. Somebody might be quitting their job. May I have another card, please? What is it that the collective needs to hear? That one wanted to come out. Actually, wow. Yeah, these 2 cards came out together. 4 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. We got the 7 of Swords again with the 4 of Swords. And I already got the message. You're going to have to sit back and wait. There's some type of deception going on for some of you, but the truth is going to come out. 4 of Swords plus 7 of Swords is the Ace of Swords. You're going to get the victory, and the truth is going to come out. The sun is here. You're protected. Again, angel at the heart of the matter. I'll read it again for you. Your angels are guiding and protecting you on your spiritual journey. Also, the sun is here. That's why I'm saying the truth is going to come out with the sun here. Whatever someone is doing with this Seven of Swords energy, and you may have an idea, like your intuition, your spidey sense might be going off, and you're like, something is just not right here. I'm putting 2 and 2 together and I'm getting 5. Something's not adding up. Don't worry about it. 4 of Swords. Don't worry about it. Just lay back and relax. Don't worry about it. You want to know why? Because the Ace of Swords is going to happen. You're going to get the victory because the Sun card is here at the heart of the matter. It's here to bring light to whatever it is and to heal whatever situation is going on. Just like the saying goes, you can fool some people some of the time, but you can't fool all people all of the time. The truth is going to come out. And it may be coming out during this full moon. And it's going to be illuminated. Trust and believe. May I have another card, please? Thank you. Queen of Swords came out sideways. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra or another air sign, Aquarius or a Gemini, or some of you could be in Queen of Swords energy. What's at the bottom of the deck? The star. This is Aquarius energy. Again, this is going back to healing. Both of these are healing cards. The sun and the star are healing cards. Healing is happening for you. And for some of you, your wish is coming true. Also, in addition to that, and if you want to get technical, the sun is also a star, for those who don't know that. But some of you will be getting recognition too, where you are being recognized as a star. They're recognizing your value. You're being elevated, which is why, going back to the devil energy, you have to be careful who you have around you. Because there are those who, once they see your star rising, once they see that you are as bright as the sun, they may want to attach themselves to their energy and take what they can take from you and drain you of your energy. So take care immediately to avoid temptation and deceit. And in order to deal with that, you may have to be in Queen of Swords energy. Queen of Swords is very balanced and very fair. Queen of Swords is also very good at communication. Some of you might be speakers, motivational speakers, teachers. Also, I'm picking up attorney as well. Some of you might work in the legal industry, or in a legal profession. I just heard documents. Some of you might deal with a lot of documents too. I heard that. But one thing the Queen of Swords has is discernment. One of the reasons the Queen of Swords has discernment is because the Queen of Swords has been hurt before. And because she has been hurt before, and again, it doesn't matter if you're male or female. There's no gender in tarot. Anybody can be in Queen of Swords energy. But because the Queen of Swords has been hurt before, she doesn't approach things from an emotional point of view. Does she have emotions? Yes, the Queen of Swords has emotions. But that's not what she leads off of. She leads off of her mind. She leads off of logic. She's like, okay, I'm putting 2 and 2 together and I'm getting 5. This isn't making sense. Either you need to make it make sense, or it's going to be a different type of conversation. Because usually with the Queen of Swords in most tarot decks, she has one hand extended and she has her other hand on the sword at the same time. Meaning that, okay, if you come in peace and you approach me properly, then it'll be equal give and take, like the 6 of Pentacles. Everything will be balanced. But if you attempt to deceive me, if you attempt to take from me, if you attempt to wrong me, I have my sword in this hand. Here. So you can take this hand or you can get the sword. The choice is yours. How I feel about you emotionally has nothing to do with it right now. I'm approaching this from logic and my mind. That's how the Queen of Swords moves. And the Queen of Swords, she isn't about all of the extra. You will never have to guess where you stand with the Queen of Swords. She is a very effective communicator. So for some of you, you will be very direct with your words. And when this deception comes to light, you will be very direct with your words. For those who are looking to come back into your life, because don't forget the Judgment card is here to deceive you, you will be very direct with your words. But right now, you have a divine destiny. But is it going to be fight or flight? What will it be? Let me read. I want to read some of these oracle cards for those who, because I know when it gets long, some people just are like, I can't watch that long. I get it. Or I can't listen that long. I get it. But for those who like the long readings, I'm going to read some of these to add a little bit more meat to this. Because actually, this is kind of short. I'm only at 35 minutes right now, or 36 minutes. So yeah, let me go ahead and read this one for In the Middle of the Heart of the Matter, Divine Names of Power, Cartouche. Let's see what we got here. I'm looking it up now for my listeners who are listening to the podcast. Let's see. All right. Cartouche. It says, Lady Isis initiates you now into her special mysteries. The use of sacred informations. The words that you speak are rapidly gaining power. To benefit from this power rather than be undermined or held back by it, practice thoughtful speech and clear your heart of old unforgiveness, which can poison your words unintentionally. As your heart grows in purity, you will be able to speak with spiritual authority, and what you speak of will come into being more swiftly and obviously. Isis is initiating you as a master healer in her sacred tradition of divine names of power. And I'm gonna skip around. I'm not gonna do the entire because it's really long. Like the explanation is really, really long. And it says the oracle of the Cartouche also suggests that you discern the effect upon you of the company you are keeping. Something told me to jump to this. To the company you are keeping energetically and physically. Sometimes the thoughts and words of others, their vibration can enhance you or leave you feeling depleted or drained. What was I just talking about? All right. I'm going to read a little bit of the divine destiny. Let me look up that one right quick. Divine destiny. Let's see. Divine guardian, divine destiny. See what we got here. Okay. Divine destiny. The divine warrior guides you to your divine destiny. The divine warrior energy exists within men and women as the inner propulsion to continue with a worthy path, even during times of difficulty. When faced with a challenge, a true warrior will summon more of him or herself to the cause. It might be more wisdom, focus, intelligence, and surrender into the divine. The warrior within has great inner resourcefulness and determination. This part of you will lead you to spiritual success. You see, if you are not sure to what this applies, ask yourself what it is in your life that you feel you are fighting to attain or maintain. Find what it is not. Hold on. Bear with me here. I'm trying to focus on this. Find what it is, not in form, but in essence. If it is your job that you are fighting for, then it may be your freedom and responsibility that you are really fighting for. As an example, if you are fighting your weight or eating habits, then it might be the right to express your true feelings that you are fighting for, with your body as the divine warrior refusing to give up the right to truthful expression. Find the truth of what you are working towards and keep your heart and mind centered in that truth. Your divine warrior will get you what you need and deeply desire in alignment with your best and highest divine destiny. You deserve no less. So that is one of them. And also I want to do the rising sun as well. Let me do the rising sun. And then I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Rising sun. Where is it at? Rising. I had seen it. Come on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Which one's this one? Bear with me here, my listeners. I'm getting there. There we go. Rising sun. Found it. It says, the divine solar child reborn. A dark phase and struggle is over. A new phase is upon you. One of hope, glory, light, and triumph. It is won through boldness, persistence. Even when you felt like giving up, you chose to stay strong, to surrender to the divine, and continue with the path. You have been through much, and now victory is upon you, beloved. For the divine solar child, a new consciousness within you is born. And I'll read the last part, the last paragraph of this. It says, symbolized by the headdress of the cow horns, with a golden disc within, worn by Egyptian goddesses, including Isis, and the symbolism of Isis nursing her divine son child, Horus, at her breast. The oracle of the rising sun brings with it a new day, dawn, breakthrough, end of struggle, and the genuine and stable birth. What card came out? Birth. What I tell you. All of this goes together. I'm titling this Divine Destiny. You're giving birth to something else. As long as you stay the course, you're going to have the victory. This card at the bottom, Rising Sun, at the bottom of the Oracle deck is saying this is what it is in the future. You have to stay the course. You have to make your way through the thorns. We have two cards here with the thorns saying that weathering the challenges ahead will bring in new and positive future. With the rising sun, it's saying that because you weathered the storm and you went through everything, you now have the victory. The sun is one of the cards at the heart of the matter. You're being guided by those who love you in the spirit world, by those who are rooting for you. And it's saying a breakthrough, end of struggle, and the genuine and stable birth of optimism and hope for now. That's what it's saying. Your divine destiny. You will have people who will attempt, like I said, to feed off of your energy. You can call them energy vampires. You will have people who don't like how brightly you shine. The sun. And don't forget, at the bottom of the other tarot, because this is at the heart of the matter of the sun, the star is at the bottom of the tarot deck, or of the other tarot deck. They won't like how brightly you shine, because there's going to be possibly some type of jealousy there. But that's okay. Because your spirit team, your angels, your guides, they're working with you. And also, some people won't like going back to the recognition, because this is saying divine names of power. This is talking about how your words are starting to hold more weight now. And because your words are starting to hold more weight, that means you get more attention. The sun and the star. And at the bottom of the star, I just caught that. At the bottom of the star, I want to bring this up. You have 5 of Wands, conflict. I told you, there's going to be some jealousy. Hell, there might be some jealousy going on right now. Which I don't know why I feel like I can hear somebody saying that. Like there's some jealousy going on right now with what you're doing. Because some people are going to be like, well, why not me? Why not me? Why is this individual the sun? Why is everybody so drawn to them? And then going back to what I said before, you have others who might be deceptive, 7 of Swords, devil energy, who might be looking judgment for a second chance to come back into your life and cause chaos and feed off of your energy. So you have to be mindful of those people. You can't let them stop you from giving birth to what it's meant for you to give birth to. Again, it says, universal energy brings you opportunity and possibility. You can't let them stop you from your opportunities and your possibilities. Also, in order to reach your possibilities and your opportunities, you have to keep going, because it is your divine destiny. And that's all I have. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Until next time, be blessed.